I'd like to call Village of North Fond du Lac Village Board of Trustees to order Monday, April 15, 2019. Audience members are requested to sign in on the sheet provided at the registration table. Citizens wishing to be heard on topics not listed on the agenda may speak under item C. Citizens may be given an opportunity to speak during discussion of items listed on the agenda and are allowed 3 minutes for comments. Disruptive discussion or profanity will not be allowed. Roll call of officers. Do you want to call it, Lori?
Sure. Mike Will,
Here.
Randy Stutz,
Here.
Ann Price,
Here.
Keith King is absent, Mike Streeter.
Here. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Citizen participation. Citizens are to address the board only. Statements are limited to 3 minutes. The board may not respond to items not listed on the agenda. However, you may ask for an item to be placed on future agendas. Any citizens wishing to be heard? All right. Announcements, communication. Does anybody have anything?
I do.
Go ahead, Randy.
Just want to let everybody know that this Saturday, April 20th at 9 a.m. is the annual North Fond du Lac Optimist Club Easter egg hunt at the community center. It starts at, like I said, 9 a.m. It's for ages infant through 5th grade. We'd like to invite everybody to come out and meet the Easter Bunny, and don't forget to bring your cameras.
How's the weather looking?
Favorable.
Good. Good.
That's all I'm going to say is favorable.
20 years?
Oh, we've been doing it for, Chuck, a long time. Yeah, so.
Good. Yeah, that's always a good deal. Yeah, hopefully a lot of folks show up. Also had something and just wanted to congratulate Ann Price for winning her first official election and welcome Chuck back to the board.
Thank you.
And let's see, thank everybody for voting. All right, moving down to public hearing. We're going to adjourn to a public hearing. This public hearing is an ordinance for ordinance 2019-2, an ordinance amending 21.02 sub 3H through lots. And this is a lot that, or this is a ordinance that Pete Fetters had put on. This is basically just cleaning up some language that the zoning administrator historically in practice designates the front yard of through lots by designating the street address for the appropriate front yard, oftentimes as a final subdivision is being approved. And he had no historic example of the Board of Appeals being involved in this issue, so he's just cleaning up some language in this ordinance. So the public hearing is open. Does anybody have any comments on this ordinance? Second time, anybody have any comments on this ordinance? And for the third time, anybody have any comments on this ordinance? Okay, I'll call this public hearing closed. President's business and staff reports. Library, Heather?
Thank you. Had a busy Monday today. We just started our library clearance portion of the sale, and so we give them a bag and they can fill it for $3. So if they do come with less stuff, we give them a deal on that. And we had a lot of traffic coming for the tax forms today, since today's the deadline. So we're going to be running our sale. We're planning on through the April 24th, which is a Wednesday, because of the holiday that comes into play here. And so this Friday, we're open from 9 until noon, and then we'll reopen on Monday the 22nd. So that's all I have today.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Lakeside Municipal Court, Connie couldn't make it, so she just asked me to mention a couple of things. They've had 3 sessions in Ripon, and everything is going smoothly. The judge wanted to pass along his thanks for our support in a recent election, and he looks forward to serving the court and the municipalities. Brooke and Connie attended the District 4 County or Court Clerk luncheon meeting last Friday, and the City of Fond du Lac last week passed a vaping ordinance. It might be a good idea for the village to look into a similar ordinance to help counteract the epidemic of youthful vaping, which is prevalent in the village. So that was from Connie from the court system. Moving down to the police department, Darren.
Thank you. Just a few things. I passed around the monthly report for the month of March, so you have those numbers in front of you. Our new squad car is being delivered to us this Thursday. It'll take probably about a month to get it set up, but at least the new one will be here, and we'll start moving into transitioning the old car out and the new one in. Last Wednesday, we had a PFC meeting. I discussed with the Police and Fire Commission our hiring process. As you guys know, Steve Schmidt finished field training a week ago and is now on solo patrol. Clarissa Justman is in the shadow period of field training, and so she's wrapping up. We still have one vacancy for patrol, so part of the discussion with the PFC was getting approval to start a new hiring process, which they approved, and the ads went out for that today, so it's on our Facebook page, on the website, and also advertised on WileyNet. Let's see. Denim Day is April 24th. That's a Wednesday. For those who are unfamiliar with what Denim Day is, it is a sexual violence awareness, education, and prevention campaign. ASTOP came and put together a display in our police department lobby, which they have done for several years now. So I just encourage you to stop by and check out the display. There's a lot of valuable information there, as well as some free promotional items like ribbons, pens, things of that nature. So if you haven't already done so, please check it out. That's all I have.
Thanks, Darren. Fire EMS, Jake?
Thank you. We went and assisted Van Dyne Fire with a kayaker that became distressed last week out on Lake Winnebago. Just want to remind everybody that if you're out on the lake, whether you're in a boat or a kayak or any vessel, to have life jackets with you, so that way you can stay up above the water. So wear them when you're out there, and make sure that you pay attention to wind and where the wind's coming from, because 20-25 mile an hour winds can easily blow you across the lake essentially. And then keep track of where the water temperature is. So right now it's like 37-38 degrees, so hypothermia can set in quickly if you're stuck in the water. I attended a Communication Services Administrative Review Board meeting, and one of the main topics of the meeting was Smart 911. I highly recommend that people go and sign up. It's an app that you can get on your phone, or you can go online and set it up. It's just an account that you can put your personal information in. And I know the county's going to be coming out with a press release soon. And I thought it was supposed to come out today. That way, if you call 911, it reads off your cell phone number, and then they can get resources closer to where your location is compared to the current system that's in place. And it also obviously gives us quite a bit of information. It can get all the way in depth to heating, cooling, gas hookups, electrical hookups inside of your home. So, if we get dispatched for a structure fire, 20-30 minutes into it, we can make sure everything's shut off and safe for us to be in there. So it's a good app to have for us. And lastly, the village, I've been working with Peter Fetters on burning complaints. Obviously it's springtime, so some people are outside getting rid of some things that they may have had in their home or in their garage, and now it's nice out, so they're burning it. I just want to remind everybody of our burning ordinance, and you can go read it online on the website. And if you witness something that you do not think is right, definitely call Fond du Lac County Dispatch, and we'll be able to go out there and see what's going on. So that's all I have.
So Jake, would they call you, or would they call Pete regarding any questions, if they had any questions about?
They can call the front office, and then we can go from there.
Okay.
So,
All right. Thank you.
yep.
Public Works, Darren?
All right, thank you. Just some of the things we've been working on. The crew's been working on the ball diamonds, getting the infields all prepped. As of last Friday, both east and west diamonds were regraded and ready for teams to start practicing on. We've also started cleaning up some of the leaves that we didn't get last fall from the parks, and getting the parks ready to open up. They will open the first Saturday in May. And we've also been doing some work at the pool, replacing 2 of the pool filters this year. And we will be starting to pressure wash the floor in there, trying to removed multiple layers of paint over the years, and we're taking it back to concrete. And that's about all I have.
Thank you. Moving down to the consent agenda, approve the minutes of the following village board meeting from April 1st, 2019. Approve invoices and authorized checks to be drawn on their respective funds as indicated. General fund, $197,781.95. Library fund, $1,469.93. EMS fund, $2,540.29. Capital projects, $4,144. Water department, $134,436.22. Wastewater department, $58,167.23. Green Development Authority, $496.81. Stormwater fund, $6,871.15 for a grand total of $405,907.58. And also approve the following operator license: Kara Guitar for Dollar General. What is the board's pleasure?
Make the motion to approve the consent agenda as read.
You get a second?
I'll second that.
Got a motion by Will, second by Stutz to approve the consent agenda. Is there any questions?
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it looks like we bought some benches for BCI Burke.
Those were for the pool. They came out of our donation fund.
Oh, they did? Okay, thank you.
Anything else, Ann?
No, that was it.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none. Everybody in favor of approving the consent agenda as read, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Moving down to administrative, discussion and possible action on IAFF union contract for 2019.
I can take that. So we updated the language based off our discussions, and other than that, it's pretty much the same as what you guys have seen. Do you want me to go through it page by page, or
Does anybody have
do you
any questions? Yeah, I mean, we've been over
Yeah,
the contract.
a couple times.
Anybody have anything specific, or? Okay. Anything that you want to add to that, Jake, or?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I'd just like to say, I thank your union for accepting, the agreement with us, and
Yeah,
look forward next year, so thank you.
I will let them know that.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? All right. Can I get a motion to approve the IAF union contract for 2019?
I'll make that motion.
All right, can I get a second?
I'll second that motion.
Got a motion by Stent, second by Price to approve the IAFF union contract for 2019. Any other discussion or comments? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Number 2, discussion and possible action on side letter agreement for Lear Sword union contract as it relates to compensation for worked holidays. Anything you want to comment on there?
Not really. As you guys know, from the closed session that we had, it was just a small change to language regarding compensation for people who come in outside of their normally scheduled work hours on a holiday, so.
Thank you, Darren. Anybody have any questions or comments regarding this item? Can I get a motion, please? To either approve or deny the Lear Sword union contract.
I make a motion to approve the Lear Store union contract.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
I got a motion by Price, second by Stutz to approve the Lear Sword union contract as it relates to compensation for worked holidays. Any other questions or comments on this item? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? None.
Thank you.
Thanks, Darren. Moving down to item number 3, discussion and possible action on changes on the Assistant Chief EMS Operations job description and pay scale. Jake?
Yep, same thing essentially. We talked about this extensively, closed session. Does anybody have any questions on what was presented?
Seeing no questions, so I get a motion on the changes for the Assistant Chief EMS Operations job description.
I'll make the motion to approve.
And I'll second that. Got a motion by Will, second by Streeter to approve the changes to the Assistant Chief EMS Operations job description and pay scale. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? None.
Thanks.
Thank you, Jake. Moving down to ordinances. Number one, discussion and possible action on ordinance 2019-2, an ordinance amending 21.02 sub 3 sub H through lots, the second reading. We had the public hearing on this one, like I had mentioned. We just cleaned up some language for this ordinance. Does anybody have any questions or comments on this ordinance? Can I get a motion for, to approve this ordinance?
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 0-2019-02, an ordinance amending section 21.02, parent 3, parent H through lots.
I got a second?
I'll second that.
You jumped in front of
I think Dan got you.
Mhm.
We got a motion by Stutz, second by Price to approve ordinance 2019-2. Can I get a roll call, please, Lori?
Mike Wells,
you. Yes.
Randy Stutz,
Yes.
Ann Price,
Yes.
Mike Streeter.
Yes. Thank you. Moving down to number 2, discussion and possible action on ordinance 2019-6, an ordinance creating the Village of North Fond du Lac, Chapter 8.22, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning code. Jake, did you want to mention anything about this one, or?
Yeah. I think this has to do
Oh,
with the
yeah, I'm sorry.
temperature of
Yeah, I'm
the
sorry.
common areas.
Yeah, that's right. I was just testing it. Does any?
67
I
degrees.
just have a quick question.
Yeah,
This-
Mike.
This one, and you had a question on that you were gonna bring back?
I did, well, he changed it. Section 2.
But again, if it's been changed, do we need to bring it back for the original reading again? I thought you had some questions on some stuff. Did that go through the first reading?
He changed, so it's in red.
No, I get that, but did we bring it back for the first reading again, or we just?
Yeah, does this become the first reading if
I
there's a
just got a
change since
question.
the
That's
last
the only
reading?
question I had. I don't disagree with it, but.
Mhm, mhm.
Well, if there's a question, we can bring it back. We can just,
Count this as the first reading.
Does everybody remember that discussion? Because you had,
Mhm.
I can't remember, something about the charges.
Yep, so there was another question about it being $300. So is a minor repair, is $300 a reasonable number for a minor repair? Or should the number be higher?
Question is, when you make a change, does it have to start over, or can we just continue on?
do we have the first, did we discuss that? I know we've talked about this a couple of times.
Yeah, we talked about it 2 or 3 times, and it just, I'm good with the way it is, but we give everybody a chance to come back and speak to the first reading. Would that be appropriate or not?
Well, if you have a question on this one, we can just postpone this
We
one.
can lay it on the table for.
Yeah.
I believe it's appropriate for you to bring it back if you want to.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Is everybody okay with that?
Lay it on the table.
Sure.
Okay. We'll just bring that one back for ordinance 2019-6 for the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning code.
Can we assume this is our first reading?
Mhm.
Okay. No, I'm just making sure
Yeah.
that, because it says second, but I'm just saying,
Well, we'll.
I'm golden.
yeah, We can
we can
verify
revisit
that
that.
when
Okay.
we get to
Yep.
it. All right, so we'll just bring that one back. Moving down to item J, communications. Anybody have any communications? I forgot to congratulate Jared J. on getting reelected also, so sorry about that, missing that one. Moving down to new business. Anybody have any new business? All right. Moving down to item L, adjournment. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Make that motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that motion.
I got a motion by Stutz, second by Price to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None.
Hey,